In today's video, we're going to be playing my favorite deck, the Rock. And when looking at this list, we have two new additions from Murder at Carlo's Manor. The first is Sharp-Eyed Rookie. This is a 2/2 with Vigilance that says whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if its power is greater than Sharp-Eyed Rookie, it gets a +1/+1 counter, and we investigate making a clue token. And while our list doesn't have many creatures, Tarmogoyf is much larger than this, and it is great with Urza's Saga. And the other card is Pick Your Poison, which is a 1-mana sorcery that says choose one. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact, enchantment, or a creature with flying. So we're going to be taking this list through a League of Modern and seeing how good these new cards are in the Rock. We are on the draw, and our starting hand is a little too weak, so we will mulligan this. And this hand is serviceable, so we will keep it and put back the Shadow Spear. Then we'll go turn 1 Forest into a Grazer, being in a Growth Chamber. We top deck another Reclaimer. We will fetch Shock into a Spring Leaf Drum. Force go for the opponent. We top deck a Push. We'll play out a Reclaimer into another Reclaimer. Your opponent plays out a Beseiju into a One Ring. Drawing a card right away. And still not another land. And with the One Ring out on the battlefield, we are too far behind, so we'll scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out Bag of Holding, now Spellbomb our rookies, 2 Inquisitions for 2 Go for the Throat, 2 Torok, 2 Pick Your Poison, a Haywire Might, and a Pithy Needle. And for game 2 is not amazing, but we'll keep. We'll lead on turn 1 Tomb, shocking it in. Then goes turn 1 Saga, we find another push, we will play out our Saga into a Tarmogoyf. Then plays out a Hedge Mage, putting a Bojuka Bog into the yard. Okay, land was a great draw. Play that out, tack in for 1. Opponent floats a mana off Saga, picking up an Amulet. Then they play out a Teleria West into a Dryad, playing out another Saga. In step, we will fetch Shock and make a Construct. Untap, finding a Goyf. Float a mana off Saga, pick up a Haywire Might, then we will Fatal Push the Dryad, lay out our Rot Farm, picking up a land, and then sack our Haywire Might, taking out their Saga, and attacking for 6. Someone plays a Bounce Land into a Beseiju, taking out our Rot Farm. Top deck another Push, we will cast out a Witherbloom command, milling us and killing their Amulet, pick up a Verdant, play Verdant, attack in for 7. Opponent plays out Hedge Mage again, we top deck a Witherbloom command, and we will attack in for lethal. And they flash in a Tishana's Tidebinder, so we will fetch and push this, which opponent scoops up too, so let's get on to game 3. Game 3, starting hand is just a little too weak, so we'll mull. And this looks much stronger. We will keep putting back a Mistress Bauble. Turn 1 tap to us for the opponent. We will fetch Shock and fire off a Thoughtseize. Oh my lord, what a hand. And strangely enough, I think we're gonna take an Amulet and just try and contain that half of the deck. Not sure if that's correct though. They play out an Amulet into a T-West and another Amulet. Verdant is a good pickup. We will cast Pick Your Poison, making them sacrifice an artifact, and then play out our Saga. Opponent plays out a Growth Chamber, picking up a T-West. Ooh, Inquisition. And they cast out a Tidebinder. We will cast out a Goyf, play out Verdant, and we're gonna save our Inquisition. Opponent plays out a T-West. We top deck a Takanuma. We'll float a mana off Saga, picking up a Haywire Might, then fire off our Inquisition. Okay, hand's pretty sweet. So we have to fetch here, shocking, and fire off our Haywire Might, taking out their Amulet. Play out our land and go to combat, attacking for 5. Opponent plays out a Gruul Turf, bouncing their T-West, and they transmute for a Beseiju. We find a land, we will attack for 5, and they do chump here. Play our land out and cast Tarmogoyf. They play a land and do a Primeval Titan. We find a Mistress Bauble, so we'll fire off a Go for the Throat on the Primeval Titan, back in for 12, and then play out a Mistress Bauble. And they play out their other Primeval Titan, getting a Bojuka Bog and a Bounce Land. They exile our yard, then replay Bojuka Bog, exiling their yard. Okay, we're just gonna need to draw something good here. We will bobble them, looking at their top, seeing a Dryad. Come on, deck, please. First draw is a Thoughtseize. That's not bad. And a Torok. Well, it's funny because even Thoughtseize did it because we could have bought Gigantha, which, okay. The right play, it could have been, we could have bought Gigantha, which we do here, and then Thoughtseize Self. Just want to demonstrate the play, discarding our Gigantha, and then that would have been lethal. So we'll do it that way just to show that even a Thoughtseize would have done it. So, and opponent scoops it up there. So we are 1-0. Let's get on to the next match. Match 2, we're on the play, and our starting hand is good enough. We'll keep it. We'll lead on turn 1 Marsh into an Inquisition. Sadly, I think we gotta take the Teferi. Then it goes turn 1 Fetch Shock into a Strike It Rich. Oh my, Tarmogoyf was a sick draw. We will play out a land into a Goyf. Then it goes land into another Strike It Rich. And I'm not gonna kill their treasure token here because it's just such a bad play. So we'll play out our Sharp-Eyed Rookie and attack in for 3. Then Fetch Shock and play out our Shadow Spear. Then it plays out their Renin 6, taking up on a land. Nothing else from them. Ooh, Inquisition, fantastic draw. draw. We will lead on that, and we will take the reprieve, and we will cast our Witherbloom command, destroying Ren and milling ourselves, picking up a land, play it out, and go to combat, backing in for 6. And they fire off a Leyline Binding, taking out our goof, and it flashes back a Strike It Rich into a Stomping Ground. Ooh, Elvish Reclaimer is a sick draw. We will fetch Shock, play out our Reclaimer, which will trigger our Sharp-Eyed Rookie. We'll crack our Clue. Someone plays out a Dwarven Mine, and they top deck to Creativity. What an unfortunate series of events. Yeah, and that means the opponent has us, and we will scoop up and get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out a Haywire Might and 4 Fatal Push for 2 Engineered Explosives, a Pithing Needle. We're going to take out Haywire Might and 4 pushes for 2 Engineered Explosives, a Pithing Needle, and 2 Toroks. Game 2, hand is very slow, but Torok is insane, so we'll keep. An opponent's on a Mold of 5, so we're going to lead on turn 1 Thoughtseize. These are both insanely annoying spells, so let's take this turn Scolding. When it goes turn 1 turn, we will play out a Spell Bomb into a Tap Tomb. Opponent plays a Mesa. We top deck a Rookie, so we will play that, and then we'll play out our Verdant. An opponent resolves a Fabled Mirror Breaker. We top deck a Witherbloom command. We will lead on attacking in with our Rookie, and play out our Peatland into a Torok. That's kick, which discards a Rin and a Reprieve. Ooh, and they discard 2 cards, pumping our Torok even more. They fetch out a Surveil Land, putting a Rin in the yard. Ooh, Besage You, good draw. We'll go to attacks, and they trade off. So let's Besage You their Fable. Then we'll play out an EE for 0 and pass the opponent. Another Surveil Land for the opponent. All Tarmogoyf will fire off our Witherbloom command, killing the Dwarf and draining the opponent. And they scoop it up. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3, we're going to take out 2 Rookies for 2 Haywire Mites. Game 3, opponent keeps their 7. Game 3, opponent keeps their hand, and this hand's super awkward, but I think we got to keep it. Opponent goes turn 1 turn. We'll go turn 1 Besage You into a bag. We top deck a Pithing Needle, so we will cast that out, and we'll name Teferi, Time Raveler, into our Rot Farm, bouncing our Besage You. And they do Leyline Binding our Pithing Needle, so I guess we got that right. Opponent shocks in the Steam Vents, casting out Teferi, ticking up, and we find another Thoughtseize. We'll fire that off, take a Leyline Binding, play Besage You into a Goyf. They play a Dwarven Mine, bounce our Tarmogoyf. Another land for us. We'll shock that in and cast 2 Tarmogoyfs. They play another Dwarven Mine. Oh, it looks like they have a Creativity, and they do, putting in 2 Archons. And yep, at this point we are too far behind, so we'll scoop it up and get on to the third match. Match 3, we're on the draw, and the hand looks great. Opponent leads on a Surveil Land. We'll go turn 1 Marsh and hold up push. They play out a Misty Passing. We'll play out a Saga into a Rookie. And on the end step, they fire off a Leyline Binding. Another Witherbloom for us. Play out Blooming Marsh and just hold up Saga here. Oh, okay, this is Domain Rhinos. This makes sense. So they make some Rhinos. They attack in for 8 into an island, and we'll make a Construct. Another Rookie for us. We'll float a mana off Saga. Pick up a Springleaf Drum. Play out a Haywire Might. Then play out a Tarmogoyf and pass back. Opponent shocks in a land, attacks, we'll block with our Goyf. Okay, and then they just cast a Lorn Revealed. And we will pick up a Swamp and push the Rhino. And then tap our Haywire Might, taking out their Leyline Binding. Another land for us. We will cast out a Witherbloom command, drain them and milling us. And that meets a Force Negation. Okay, we'll attack in with team, then cast out another Witherbloom command, pick up our Saga, play that out, passing. Surveil Land for the opponent. Then they cast a Shardless, cascading into some Rhinos. Another land for us. Play out a Rookie and attack in with a Tarmogoyf and the Construct, and they make these blocks. Fine. We will tap one of our Rookies and then make a Construct, triggering both Rookies, making them bigger and getting 2 Constructs, pumping our Construct. That's so sick. Oh, that's so dope. And then we'll play a tap land. And this is what I thought the Rookie would do. I mean, I don't know how good it's been so far, but that was sweet. Let's go. Let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out a Bag of Holding, a Spell Bomb, and 2 Thirst for 2 Toroks and 2 EEs. Game 2, hand's just way too weak, so we'll. And this hand's much stronger. We'll keep putting back a push. Opponent has a pregame action of putting in a Leyline of the Guild Pact. Another Goyf for us. We'll go turn 1 Verdant. Opponent played a Misty. We draw another Rookie. We'll fetch out a Forest, shock in our Tomb, and then cast out a Rookie, which they Subtlety. So we'll put this on the bottom. Opponent plays out a Besage You into a Shardless Agent. Rhino is all colors. Cool. Ooh. That is such a good draw. But I think we're still going to Witherbloom here, mill us, and drain them for 2. Pick up a Verdant, play that out. Hopefully they have another Shardless. They attack in for 10, and end step we'll fetch out a Swamp and cast a push on one of the Rhinos. We draw a Reclaimer, we'll cast out a Tarmogoyf into a Reclaimer. Okay, another set of Rhinos coming in. Land's a great draw. We'll play out our EE. Ooh, that resolves. We'll pop it, then play out our land, cast another Goyf, and attack in for 5. Tap land for the opponent. We'll fire off a Thoughtseize, and we'll take a Force of Vigor and attack in with our Tarmogoyfs. They chump block again. They play out a Sign of Draco. We'll activate our Reclaimer on the instep, picking up a Saga, which they besiege you. So we'll pick up our Tomb on a land, we'll attack them with the Goyfs, which they have to chump block, and we'll play out a Peat land into a Rookie. And they scooped up there. Let's get on to the next match. We are on the play, and starting hand looks fine. We will shock in our Overgrown Tomb, cast out a Bauble, look at the top, seeing a Narset, and then fire off a Thoughtseize. And we will take their Days Undoing. When it plays out of Marsh Flats, we do not find a land, so we'll Thoughtseize again, taking their Narset. When it plays a Misty, we find a land. We will go land into a Rookie. That gets reprieved. When it plays out a Jetmir's Garden, we will play our Rookie again into a Verdant. When it plays out a land, into a Teferi, bouncing our Rookie. Find a Springleaf Drum. We will fire off a Witherbloom command, killing us and draining them. Pick up a Verdant Catacombs, play that out, into casting this Rookie for the third time. When it cycles a Lorn Revealed, picking up an island, ticks up their Teferi, and then Prismatic Endings our Rookie. Find an Elvish Reclaimer, we'll play out our Springleaf Drum into a Rookie and into a Tarmogoyf. And in response, they do Prismatic Ending our Rookie. And opponent plays out a One Ring. At this point, we're too far behind, so we will scoop it up and get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Fatal Push, a Bloodchief Thirst for Soulguide Lantern, 2 Torok, Haywire Might, and a Epiphany Needle. Game 2 hand is a little weak, but we will keep it. We'll lead on a Bauble, looking at our top card, seeing a Rookie, which we will shuffle away, and then fire off an Inquisition, taking a Prismatic Ending. When it plays out a Marsh Flats, we find a Rock Farm, which is a great draw. We will play out an Elvish Reclaimer into a Bounce Land. When it plays out a Flooded Strand, we draw a Bloodchief Thirst, we'll fire off an Inquisition. Ooh, good pickup here. We'll take their Stern Scolding, Jock in our Tomb, and cast out Tarmogoyf. Then attack in. Opponent takes out our Tarmogoyf with Leyline Binding, and we'll attack in. When it plays out Genstone Cavern, picking up a Kahira. We draw a Springleaf Drum, we will play out our Bag of Holding, and pass the opponent. When it plays out an island into a One Ring. And on the end step, we'll activate Bag of Holding, discarding Bloodchief's Thirst. We find another Haywire Might, we will play one of them out. Opponent draws a card in response, and we will sacrifice our Haywire Might, taking out their One Ring, play our land, and pass the opponent. When it plays out a tapped land, we'll activate Reclaimer, sacking a land, and pick up an Urza Saga. We draw a Goyf, we will play out a Springleaf Drum, and attack in for 1. Oh, that's so annoying. They flash into Subtlety. Opponent shocks in a Hallowed Fountain, playing out a Kahira, and attacks in for 4. In step, we will activate our Urza Saga. We draw a Rookie, we'll make another Construct, and we'll pick up a Epiphany Needle, naming the One Ring. We'll go to combat, attacking in for 5, and they double block. We will be able to kill both here. Then we'll tap our Bag of Holding. Ooh, finding a Saga, fantastic. Discard our Rookie, and play out our Saga. We'll place a land into a Supreme Verdict. Pick up another land. We'll play out our Blooming Marsh into a Tarmogoyf. Ooh, that meets a reprieve. So we'll play out a Haywire Might and pass back. We'll place out a Gaia Reach Sanitarium into a One Ring. And on the end step, we will activate our Bag of Holding, and we'll discard our land. Another Saga off the top. We will make a Construct. We'll pick up a Nile Spellbomb, play out an Urza Saga, and then pick up our Gigantha. When it plays out a land, and on the end step, we will sack our Haywire Might, taking out the Leyline Binding. We find another land. We'll play that out and attack in for lethal. Before damage, they activate Gaia Reach Sanitarium, and they scoop it up there. Let's get on to game 3. Game 3, starting hand is a little weak, but definitely a keep. Opponent leads on a Flooded Strand, we will fetch Shock, and then play out a Springleaf Drum into Mistress Bauble. And their upkeep, we'll look at their top, seeing a Teferi. They play out a Flooded Strand, we draw a Witherbloom and a land, and we will play out an Elvish Reclaimer, which meets a reprieve, so we will play out our Verdant, fetch Shock, play out an Elvish Reclaimer, and tap it to cast another Elvish Reclaimer. Opponent plays out a land into Prismatic Ending, taking out our Springleaf Drum. We pick up a Tarmogoyf, and we're going to cast out our Witherbloom command, draining them and milling us. Okay, we'll pick up a Besiege You, go to combat, attack in for 6. We are being the aggressor here. Then we'll play out a Saga into a Shadow Spear, and on our end step, they cycle a Lorn Revealed, picking up a Hallowed Fountain. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand into a Supreme Verdict. We draw a Blooming Marsh, we'll play that out and hold up Saga. Opponent shocks in a Hallowed Fountain, so we will make a Construct, draw another land, we'll make another Saga token, and in response, they do cast out a Solitude, exiling our Construct, and we'll pick up a Epiphany Needle, naming Teferi, and we'll play out our Bloodstained Mire, fetch, and play a Tarmogoyf. We'll cast out a Leyline Binding, taking out our Pithy Needle, then playing out a Teferi, bouncing our Tarmogoyf, and a Mistress Bauble off the top for us. We'll play out a Mistress Bauble, then equip our Construct, and we'll attack face here, which they do block with their Solitude, and then we will play out a Tarmogoyf. They take up their Teferi into a One Ring, drawing a card right away, and in step, we will crack our Bauble, draw a Rookie and an Inquisition, go to combat, take out their Teferi, then we will fire off our Besiege You on their Leyline Binding, and name the One Ring. Dang, and they do have a prismatic ending taking it out. They activate their One Ring, drawing 2. Then they play out a Supreme Verdict. We draw a forest, we'll fire off our Inquisition, and we'll take their Narset, play out our land, and pass the opponent. And on the end step, we will activate our Takenuma. Ooh, we will pick up Torok. That was such a good draw. And we find an Urza Saga, so we will kick out our Torok, which means that they had to reprieve this probably. And now they can't even cast out their Solitude here, so we'll play out a Saga, and then play out our Torok. And our end step, they fuse a Wear Tear, taking out our Saga and a Shadow Spear. Almost down to 1. They draw 3 with the One Ring. They play out a Scalding Tarn, then play out a Teferi, bounce their One Ring, and they evoke out a Solitude into another evoked out Solitude, which will gain them 3 life. Then they fetch out an island, playing a One Ring out again. We draw a Witherbloom command. We will attack the Teferi, then play out our Rookie into a Gigantha. Draw a card with the One Ring. They draw another 2. Play out a Gemstone Caverns into another One Ring. Then they Prismatic ending our Rookie. Draw a Verdant. Play out our land. Instead, they draw a card. When it's down to 1, draws another 2. Then they cast out an Narset. They pick up a Teferi. Play out the Teferi, bouncing their One Ring. Nothing else from the opponent. Discarding a Days Undoing, pumping our Torah, and we'll go to combat, attacking in for 3. They evoke out a Subtlety, and then take the damage. Wow, we won that one. What a ridiculous game. Let's get on to the next match. Match number 5, we are on the play, and starting hand looks pretty good. We'll shock in an Overgrown Tomb and fire off Inquisition. Looks like we are up against a Tron Gamer, and we'll take their Chromatic Star. They play out a Mine, we top deck a Saga, we'll play that out. Play out our Shadow Spear into a Thoughtseize, and we'll take their Warping Whale. Opponent plays out another Mine, we draw another Thoughtseize, we'll play out our land, opponent plays out a map, and in step, we will make a Construct. Ooh, find a Tarmogoyf. We'll float a mana, picking up a Haywire Mite, up our Shadow Spear to the Construct, back in for 4, then play out our Urza Saga, and sacrifice our Haywire Mite, taking out their map. And they do find a Tron land here. Pick up a Tomb, fire off a Thoughtseize. We'll take out their Karn, shock in a Tomb, make a Construct, and attack in for 4. Nothing from the opponent, make another Construct, pick up a Bauble, back in for 11, look at their top card, and we'll just pass, because we know they can't do anything. So it scoops up, let's get on to sideboarding. We're going to take out 4 Push, Mal Spellbomb, and Bag of Holding for 2 Torok, 2 Pick Your Poison, Haywire Mite, and a Pithy Needle. Game 2, hand is just a little too weak, so it won't. This hand also does basically nothing, so we'll mull. And this hand is perfectly fine. We will keep putting back a Shadow Spear and a Sharp-Eyed Rookie. When it goes turn 1 Urza Tower into a Chromatic Star. Find a Bloodchief Thirst, we'll go turn 1 Swamp. When it cycles their star into a Sylvan Scrying. Plays a Forest into a Sylvan Scrying, picking up an Urza's Mine. And another Bloodchief Thirst for us. We will play out our Saga and pass. When it plays out a Mine and picks up Gigantha. Well, we find a Rot Farm, so we'll play that out, bouncing a Saga. Last sound from the opponent, playing out a One Ring. Find an Inquisition, we'll play out our Saga, then make each opponent sacrifice an artifact, then pick up our Gigantha. They cast out an Ancient Stirrings, revealing another One Ring, play out a Tower, and play out a One Ring. Another Saga for us, we'll play out our Pithy Needle, naming the One Ring, then play out our Urza Saga, passing. Opponent uses up a Seiju, taking out our Pithy Needle, then activates the One Ring, drawing 2, then plays out a Karn, then they downtick their Karn, picking up an EE. In step, we will make a Construct. They discard a Karn, we'll make a Construct, picking up a Haywire Mite, attack their Karn for 3, then fire off an Inquisition, taking their EE, then play out a Springleaf Drum, and pass the opponent. Draw 3 with the One Ring, so in response, we will sack our Haywire Mite, taking it out. Oh, I thought that would... I'm stupid. Okay. I didn't realize that they still draw cards. Opponent plays out another Mine, then they play out a Karn Liber. Taking out a Construct, find a Blooming Marsh, we will activate our Saga, picking up another Haywire Mite, go to combat, take down their Karn, and we'll cast out our Saga, then we'll cast out a Witherbloom command, milling us and draining the opponent. Pick up our Saga and play that out. When it plays out a land, cast out a Cityscape Leveler, taking out a Construct. We find an Elvish Reclaimer. Then we will activate our Saga and then cast out a Bloodchief's Thirst, killing their Cityscape Leveler, play out our Marsh, and then attack in for 6. When it plays out a Sphere, cracks it. Then they play out an Ancient Stirrings, picking up a Power Plant, finally getting Tron. When it casts out a Wormcoil Engine, then they play out a Karn. They downtick for a Phyrexian Metamorph, making another Wormcoil Engine into a Chromatic Star, into a Pithy Needle, and yeah, at this point we're too far behind. We'll scoop it up and get on to game 3. Game 3, we're on the play, and hand's pretty good here, so we'll keep this. We'll lead on turn 1 Tomb into a Reclaimer, and a Mistress Bauble as well. Wow, opponent leads on turn 1 Forest, and picking up a Karn Liberated. In step, we will bauble them. Tina Beseiju. We pick up a Springleaf Drum, play out our Saga, play out a Springleaf Drum, and attack in for 1. We'll place a Power Plant, Beseiju's our Urza Here's a Saga. We top deck an Inquisition. We will fire off our Witherbloom command, milling us and draining them. Ooh, those were some good ones. 3 lands is great. We will play out our Saga, then attack in for 3. When it plays out a Mine into a Stirrings, picking up a Cityscape Leveler. We find a Peat land. We'll play out our Peat land, go to combat, attack 3. In their draw step, we will make a Construct and then Besage their power plant. When it plays out a Tower into a One Ring, draw on a card right away. We find a Rot Farm. We will make another Construct and we'll pick up Pithy Needle, naming the One Ring. Then we'll play out Takanuma, passing to the opponent. I'm going to cast out a Stirrings, picking up a power plant, playing it out, casting a Cityscape Leveler, taking out our Construct, and on the end step we will activate our Reclaimer, picking up a Saga. Another land for us, not good. We will crack our Peat land, finding a Shadow Spear. So we will make a Construct, play out our Shadow Spear, play out our tapped land, and I guess we have to send in here, and they will take out our Construct, and I think at this point we're going to be losing this one, sadly. That Ancient Stirrings plays out a Sphere into another Sphere. They play out a Mine into a Sylvan Scrying, picking up a Sanctum of Ugin. Then they play out a Karn Liberated, taking out our Elvish Reclaimer, and they attack in, taking out our Construct. Yeah, and we draw Thoughtseize. We will activate our Saga, pick up a Bauble, look at our top card, and a Torok, and yeah, at this point we are too far behind. We will scoop it up and sadly go 3-2. So after playing with this list, Sharp-Eyed Rookie was definitely underwhelming, had some cool little combos. We got to do the thing once, and even looking at the sideboard card of Pick Your Poison, it just doesn't seem very good. So sadly, I think nothing really kind of came from this new set. Orcish Bowmasters is definitely better than Sharp-Eyed Rookie, and so is Dark Confidant, so either route is just significantly stronger than this card. And the biggest issue with Pick Your Poison is it's more of a reactive card, where the cards that we want to be getting rid of, like the One Ring and stuff like that, already get its value. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.